Hello everyone, and welcome back to Cracka's Creations Network. My name is Jared, aka Cone-Fed Cracka93, and welcome back to WWE 2K16 My Universe mode here on Cracka's Creations Network. We're kicking off Saturday night's main event right here with The Miz and Mizdow taking on Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. And here we go inside the Saturday night's main event arena. Here comes Damien Mizdow out to the ring, the tag team partner of The Miz. Getting ready to go on a 2-on-2 tag team match against the Harpers, Eric Rowan and Luke. And here comes Damien Mizdow's tag team partner, the awesome one, The Miz.
Awesome!
The Miz, a former WWE champion, a former WWE Tag Team champion, and a former United States champion at that, on his way out to the ring with his partner Mizdow to take on Eric Rowan and Luke Harper here on Saturday night's main event. And here we are getting ready to get this match underway as the Harpers are on their way out to the ring. As you see the fireflies right there from the audience. Eric Rowan and Luke Harper making their way to the ring now in this huge tag team match to open up Saturday night's main event right here on Cracka's Creations Network. Alright, and here we are getting this match right underway here with a huge right hand shot from Eric Rowan. Irish whipping Mizdow into the ropes. Mizdow bounces off though with a right hand jab of his own. Huge clothesline there from Eric Rowan though. Rowan and Harper have been on the tag team scene for a while now. Part of the Wyatt family. Eric Rowan with another huge forearm shot there to Mizdow. Is throwing Mizdow into the corner now. Luke Harper grabbing the arms of Mizdow. Eric Rowan with a huge chop there on Damien Mizdow. Now picking Mizdow up off the mat now. Eric Rowan in full control here in this match. Trying to take Mizdow over to the corner, it looks like. Doesn't get it. Hauls Mizdow back into the center of the ring. Eric Rowan being thrown off now by Mizdow though. Mizdow now looking for the tag on his partner, The Miz here. Eric Rowan with an Irish whip to the ropes. No, brings him right back with a side slam right there from Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan now picking up The Miz, bringing him back into the center of the ring. Eric Rowan looking for a huge move here, picking Miz up off the mat and dropping him flat on his back there in the middle of the ring. Miz is hurting now. As it looks like Eric Rowan tags in his partner Luke Harper. Luke Harper with a huge right hand jab there with a huge side slam to The Miz to follow, knocking The Miz down to the mat. Like I said, The Miz, a former WWE champion, a former WWE Tag Team champion, and a former United States and I believe Intercontinental champion as well. Miz with a huge resume here in the WWE. But Luke Harper in full control right here as he just picks up Miz and throws him across the ring. Harper there, you see with that taunt on The Miz. Making it look easy here in this match on Saturday night's main event, our opening match here tonight. With a huge Irish whip into the corner there as Harper just grabbing Miz and just throwing him around, ragdolling The Miz around the ring right there. Harper now Irish whipping Miz into the corner. Harper looking for a move, but Miz with the boot out of the corner. Harper with a right hand jab to the gut there as he Irish whips Miz back into the corner here. Harper still in control, looking for a double team move here from Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. They take him over with a back body drop right there, dropping Miz to the mat. The Harpers are in control here. The Wyatts, I should say, not the Harpers. I've been saying that all night, haven't I? The Wyatts, Eric Rowan and Luke Harper here with another huge back body drop, just wearing down the back of the Miz with a huge kick to follow there from Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan wearing that sadistic goat mask, not a ghost mask, goat mask to the ring with a huge shoulder block there to the Miz. Eric Rowan to the second rope now, looking for a dive off the second rope with a huge body slam landing right perfectly on Miz. Eric Rowan could have this. Miz has been unable to mount any kind of offense here tonight, as Eric Rowan looking for like a choke slam right here on the Miz, just driving Miz down to the ring right there. What a move there from Eric Rowan. He is in control right now as he looks to put Miz down right here. Huge side slam there from Eric Rowan on the Miz. Mizdow had hardly any ring time right now as Eric Rowan fired up right here as he stomps on Miz. Eric Rowan now picking him up. Is he looking for a finisher? Yes, he is. A huge spinning heel kick there on the Miz. Looks like he's going for a finisher right here. No, he's putting him into the corner. Going for a tag team finisher here. Yes. Tagging in Luke Harper. Huge 3D there from Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, the Wyatts. Clothesline off the ropes to Mizdow. Luke Harper could have it right here, going for the pin. 1, 2, 3, and the Wyatts win it right there. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan beating the Miz and Mizdow here in the opening match of Saturday night's main event in a slaughter. Miz getting beat down. Mizdow hardly in the ring at all with that huge back body drop we see early on in this match. This short-lived match here on Saturday night's main event. You see this huge 3D here from the Wyatts. Hit perfectly. Sending a message probably to the Dudley Boys. As the Wyatts pick up the win here in the opening match on Saturday night's main event. Did you see that pin right there in the ring? The Wyatts standing victorious here in this opening match. What a match it was. The Miz is going to be a hurting unit. This Sunday, tomorrow night, WWE Extreme Rules comes to you live on Cracka's Creations Network with a 4 p.m. kickoff show and a 5 p.m. show start time, as we simulate this next match here between Dolph Ziggler and Fandango. And it looks like Fandango picks up the win somehow against Dolph Ziggler. And we go into this triple threat match here as Curtis Axel takes on Jack Swagger and Dean Ambrose. Triple threat match here. What can we see here tonight on the main event of Saturday night's main event? And here we go as Jack Swagger's making his entrance here on Saturday night's main event. In the main event, as Jack Swagger looking to take the ring, going up against none other than Curtis Axel and Dean Ambrose here in a triple threat. The real American Big Hoss taking the ring. And here comes none other than Curtis Axel out to the ring here to face Jack Swagger and Dean Ambrose. Like I said, triple threat rules. What a match this is going to be on the main event here at Saturday night's main event, as Curtis Axel looks to pick up the victory here tonight, I'm sure. What kind of momentum would that give Curtis Axel if he can pick up the win? And here comes the unstable one, Dean Ambrose out to the ring, looking to pick up the win tonight too, I'm sure. What a match this is going to be as Dean Ambrose takes on Jack Swagger and Curtis Axel. And here we go as this match gets underway. Curtis Axel looking for the hit, and Dean Ambrose hits them all right there. Dean Ambrose taking Curtis Axel over with a side Russian leg sweep right there. Jack Swagger, though, hoisting Dean Ambrose up. Dean Ambrose slides out the back with a huge German suplex there on Jack Swagger. Curtis Axel taking Dean Ambrose over with a belly-to-belly, though. What a match this is going to be. What a difficulty this is going to be to call this match, being that there's so much going on. Dean Ambrose taking Curtis Axel over there with a reversal and arm drag there. They look to double team right here, hoisting Curtis Axel up with a huge backbreaker there on both the knees of Dean Ambrose and Jack Swagger. It looks like Dean Ambrose is going to let Jack Swagger get a move off here on Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel, though, reversing it, wrenching that arm of Jack Swagger around, and Irish whipping Jack Swagger into the ropes, but Dean Ambrose catches him in a side Russian leg sweep there from Dean Ambrose. No teamwork here as Dean Ambrose looks to fight anybody, and so does Jack Swagger and Curtis Axel. No friends in this match. They're just looking for the win here, either one of them, as Dean Ambrose going for the pin right off the bat here on Jack Swagger, and he kicks out before the count of 1. Dean Ambrose just looking for the pin there, just trying to sneak one in. As you see, Curtis Axel with a huge stomp to the gut. Dean Ambrose going for the pin again. 1. No, not even a 1 count. Curtis Axel's trying to break it up, and Jack Swagger kicks out anyway. Curtis Axel setting up for a huge DDT right there on Dean Ambrose. Jack Swagger with a huge stomp to the knee of Dean Ambrose now with a huge leg drop to follow. Jack Swagger now hoisting Dean Ambrose up off the mat. Like I said, no friends here as Jack Swagger hits a huge Blue Thunder Bomb there on Dean Ambrose. Curtis Axel looking to get involved here, though, as Dean Ambrose kicks Swagger off. Curtis Axel looking to wear down on Swagger now as he slams that arm to the mat. Dean Ambrose getting a stomp from Curtis Axel. Reversal from Dean Ambrose with a kick out of the corner. Dean Ambrose putting Curtis Axel into the corner. He bounces off Jack Swagger with a kick to the gut, and he kicks him over in a fireman's carry with a reversal, does Dean Ambrose. Curtis Axel, though, driving the back of the head of Dean Ambrose into his knee right there, taking Dean Ambrose out of the equation for a couple of seconds, as Jack Swagger takes Curtis Axel over with a gut wrench slam right there. That's what I'm going to call that move, because I'm not sure what the real name of it is. As it looks like Curtis Axel and Jack Swagger teeing off here as Jack Swagger just took him over with that back body drop. Dean Ambrose looking for the pin here. Not even a 1 count as Jack Swagger breaks it up. Jack Swagger now Irish whipping Dean Ambrose into the corner. Dean Ambrose with a reversal, putting Jack Swagger into the corner. Curtis Axel grabbing Dean Ambrose here. Shoving Dean Ambrose off. Taking Dean Ambrose up in a side slam now, and Curtis Axel just wearing down on Dean Ambrose. Swagger going for the pin. Not even a 1 count. Dean Ambrose is able to kick out. What a match this is. Everybody in this match trying to pick up sneaky pins here on their opponent. As Dean Ambrose Irish whips Curtis Axel into the corner. Jack Swagger catches Dean Ambrose, though. Curtis Axel with a punch on both of them as he takes Dean Ambrose over with a belly-to-belly right there. Going for the pin here is Curtis Axel. Not even a 1 count, and Dean Ambrose is able to get his shoulders up off the mat. Powers out of that pin. As Jack Swagger taking Curtis Axel over in a back suplex right there. Dean Ambrose going for the pin here again. No, and Curtis Axel kicks out before the 1 count. Oh, and Dean Ambrose with a huge double axe handle on Jack Swagger right there and taking Jack Swagger down. As Dean Ambrose looks for a suplex right here on Jack Swagger, and he hits it. Curtis Axel, though, grabbing at Dean Ambrose, taking him over with a German suplex right there. What a move there from Curtis Axel as he's in control right now as Curtis Axel takes him over with a snapmare and a huge throwback move right there on Dean Ambrose. Going for the pin here. 1. No, not even a 2 count. Curtis Axel's still in charge, but it looks like Jack Swagger is going to look to regain the control in this match with a huge big boot there. Dean Ambrose trying to grab him, but Jack Swagger catches him. Looks like a huge move right there. Neck breaker there from Jack Swagger. Swagger going for the pin here. 1. No, not even a 2 count. Curtis Axel breaks it up. All these superstars here trying to get the quick win. Catch their opponent off guard as Curtis Axel looks to take Jack Swagger up in a suplex, but Swagger reverses it. Dean Ambrose catches him on a side Russian leg sweep right there and takes him down to the mat. Curtis Axel calling for a finisher here. Dean Ambrose breaks it up, though. Catches Jack Swagger. Takes Swagger over. Bulldog there from Dean Ambrose. Ambrose in charge again. Axel calling for another finisher. Dean Ambrose breaks it up again, punching both of these men. Jack Swagger with an elbow reversal there to Curtis Axel. Swagger in the corner now. Axel to the ropes. Swagger to the ropes. Jack Swagger bounces back off both of them. Curtis Axel looking to regain. Huge super kick there from Jack Swagger. Curtis Axel now sneaking in on the pin. Jack Swagger with his back turn. 1. Not even a 2 count. Jack Swagger is able to break it up as Swagger looks to take Curtis Axel up in a suplex right there. What a move there from Jack Swagger, removing Curtis Axel from this contest for a few seconds. It's Curtis Axel with a huge reversal there, throwing off Jack Swagger as Dean Ambrose taking Swagger to the ropes here. No, reversal. Dean Ambrose springing back with a huge clothesline on Swagger right there. That is vintage Dean Ambrose right there. Looks like Curtis Axel going for the pin. Not even a 1 count, and Dean Ambrose able to break the pin there. Not going to let this one die easily. As Dean Ambrose taking Curtis Axel out of this match right there. Dean Ambrose looking for the huge move right here. Double arm hook DDT, dirty deeds there from Ambrose, going for the pin. 1, 2, no, and not a 3 count. Jack Swagger is able to get his shoulders up just before that 3 count. Curtis Axel looking to gain something, but Dean Ambrose reverses it and slips out of the ring here. What a match we have. What a main event here tonight on Saturday night's main event. Dean Ambrose slithering out of the ring right there before Curtis Axel or Jack Swagger could touch him. Swagger with a huge Swagger bomb right there. The gut wrench power bomb on Curtis Axel. Dean Ambrose slipping in though, throwing Swagger out of the ring, going for the pin here. 1, 2, no, and Curtis Axel gets his shoulders up before the 3 count. Dean Ambrose trying to sneak one in there on Jack Swagger with a huge clothesline there to Curtis Axel. Dean Ambrose in control right here. Jack Swagger still outside the ring. Swagger sliding in underneath the bottom rope here as Dean Ambrose has a hold of Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel with an arm drag taking Dean Ambrose over. Curtis Axel now looking to gain something. Jack Swagger and Curtis Axel going to be working together as they get a huge backbreaker on Dean Ambrose. Going for the pin here is Curtis Axel. 1, no, and Swagger breaks it up before the 2 count. These guys just worked together and he tried to sneak in there on a pin. Jack Swagger with a huge knee to the gut of Curtis Axel there. Swagger looking to gain control with a huge back suplex there to Curtis Axel. Dean Ambrose with a huge float over DDT to Swagger there, taking Swagger down. Curtis and Swagger are both down on the mat as Dean Ambrose looks to gain something here. Taking up Axel. Axel floats through the reverse DDT there on Dean Ambrose. Going for the pin here. You can have this. 1. No, and Swagger breaks it up before the 2 count once again. Throwing Curtis Axel into that corner, it looks like. Dean Ambrose catching Swagger, though. Throwing Swagger into that corner. They're both stacked up. Here comes Dean Ambrose, a huge splash, taking out both men right there. Dean Ambrose taunting right there. He is in control here on Saturday night's main event, taking out both Axel and Swagger. Dean Ambrose is not going down lightly as he's taking it to Curtis Axel right here. Another double team move from Swagger and Dean Ambrose with a huge backbreaker once again, taking Curtis Axel down to the mat. Dean Ambrose taking Axel to the ropes. Swagger, though, going to be wearing down on that leg of Curtis Axel, just wrenching that leg using that bottom rope to his advantage. As Dean Ambrose picking up Curtis Axel now. Axel with a reversal, though, and a huge right hand there. Dean Ambrose with a reversal with an arm drag. Jack Swagger grabbing it. Dean Ambrose taking him over on a snapmare right there. Swagger now wrenching that head of Dean Ambrose to the side as Curtis Axel just looks on, watching him as he wears down Dean Ambrose here in this match. Swagger's got Curtis Axel now, shoving Axel off. Huge gut wrench suplex there from Jack Swagger as Dean Ambrose looking to capitalize off of that. Back body drop there to Jack Swagger. Dean Ambrose catching Axel with a huge side rushing leg sweep there. Dean Ambrose still in control here as he's picking up Swagger. Taking Swagger, it looks like, to the ropes now. Going for that lariat clothesline right here. A punch there from Jack Swagger, though. Dean Ambrose bouncing off the ropes with a huge clothesline there. Axel, though, catching at Dean Ambrose right there off of that move and taking him down with a drop toe hold. Axel in control here. The only man left standing right now as Axel goes for the pin on Jack Swagger. 1, 2, no, Swagger kicks out before the count of 3. What a match we have here on the main event of Saturday night's main event. As you guys may or may not know, tomorrow night, 4 p.m. kickoff show for Extreme Rules. 5 p.m. the main show. Dean Ambrose calling for his finisher right here. Picking up Jack Swagger. Dirty deeds, it looks like, from Dean Ambrose. Yes, he's got it. Double arm hook DDT. Dirty deeds is what Dean Ambrose calls it. Going for the pin for the 1, 2, 3, and before Curtis Axel can break it up, Dean Ambrose gets a win here on the main event of Saturday night's main event. Like I said, this Sunday, tomorrow night, Extreme Rules. We have a kickoff show as Adam Rose has another open challenge. Also, we got a championship match between The Big Show and Roman Reigns. Tyler Breeze taking on Bo Dallas with the Intercontinental Championship on the line. The Undertaker versus the United States Champion Neville with his United States Championship on the line. What matches we got for you tomorrow night at Extreme Rules. So tune in at 4 p.m. for the kickoff show and at 5 p.m. for the main show here on Cracka's Creations Network. Thank you guys for all the support on my WWE 2K16 Universe mode here. As we see Curtis Axel in control right there in the replays early on in this match where they hit this huge double team move here on Dean Ambrose with that double backbreaker right there. But like I said, you do not want to miss the pay-per-view. It is the end-all, be-all here for these rivalries we've had the past 3 or 4 weeks here on Cracka's Creations Network. You don't want to miss it as Dean Ambrose right here ready to hit dirty deeds on Jack Swagger. And he does, going right into the pin here as Dean Ambrose picks up the win. 1, 2, 3. Dean Ambrose is your winner here tonight on Saturday night's main event, beating Jack Swagger and Curtis Axel in a triple threat match. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you tomorrow night at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Cracka's Creations Network, kicking off Extreme Rules.